Yo, what's good? It's your boy Big Steve, and welcome to the Haze and Blue, where we smoke and talk Michigan football. So let's get into it. So now that everybody finally moved past the L we took in Norman last weekend, it's time to look ahead to Michigan. We'll be back at the Big House hosting Central Michigan, and the game we should just flat out dominate. We should flat out dominate. Um, we looked at sloppy at certain times last week, but hopefully we corrected that, and we're going to use this game to get ready for the Nebraska game. But we all know you can't overlook nobody right now, so no disrespect to Central Michigan, but fuck them. We should dominate. And being that we're going to be without Coach Sherrod Moore, who's going to be serving a 2-game suspension. Um, I guess the acting head coach is going to be Biff Poggi. He was an associate head coach back in the Jim Harbaugh days, and he basically is one of the coaches I believe turned around the St. Francis Academy High School in Baltimore, Maryland, the school where Blake Corum, Derek Morris from, got strong ties in the recruiting area. So he's definitely been around Michigan for a while now. Went to Coach Charlotte for 2 years and came back. Actually, gave us Josiah Stewart. So he's definitely been playing a big role in helping Michigan turn things around. And he's a well-established guy. Like I said, did a lot in the high school circuit. So he's going to be the guy that's going to be in charge of really helping Michigan stay focused and not looking so far ahead to the Nebraska game that we come out and look sloppy against Central Michigan. So, like I say, Biff Poggi, been at Michigan since 2019, I believe. Let's see. Was an analyst at Michigan 2016. Then he went to St. Francis Academy. Then came back in 2021. So, and once again, St. Francis Academy is one of the top high school football teams in America, in the United States. So he's definitely been building something. Blake Corum, Derek Moore, he coached both of those guys, I believe. Probably not Derek Moore, but definitely Blake Corum. He also gave us Josiah Stewart, I believe, that was at Charlotte when he was the head coach. So shout out to him for on that one for sure. So he's gonna be the guy. And the reason I wanted to talk about this situation is it just shows you that I feel that the low confidence they have in offensive line coach Newsom. You know, this is a situation where they brought this guy back to help out Newsom. The offensive line is struggling right now, and Newsom is definitely going to be on the hot seat. This supposed to have been his opportunity, but it was instead it was gave to this Coach Biff. So Coach Newsom definitely on the motherfucking hot seat. But just looking at this week's game, there's a couple things I wanted to look at. And first of all, it's going to be the players on the hot seat. And it's a couple players I feel is definitely on the hot seat right now. And to me, like I said, I just said his name earlier. I can say both of them. But this guy, man, I've been expecting Derek Moore to really break out for a while now. 4 tackles, 0 sacks, and 2 games. That's not good, man. And I'm strongly believing that Wink McDowell, these next 2 weeks, if we don't see more production out of Derek Moore and TJ Guy, I strongly believe that players like Dominique Nichols, Bennett, and Marshall, the freshman, they're going to start getting more and more snaps. And by the time the end of the season come, I strongly believe that Derek Moore and TJ Guy will probably be second or third on the depth chart because it's just They have their opportunities for the last 2 years now. And I'm strongly believing that some players are just backup type guys. Shout out to Josh Uche. Never started at Michigan, but was always a dominant player in third down situations. Maybe that's what Derek Moore and TJ Guy is. But these two dudes are definitely on the fucking hot seat right now. Like I said, I fucks with Derek Moore.
Jackson, no Julia Alamont.
Fuck. I fuck with Derek Moore, man. So I definitely don't want to see this dude, like I say, fall out the rotation. I was expecting 10 sacks from this dude. The season's not over, but it just seemed like he hasn't developed a second or third move. At least TJ Guy has been in, he got the interception and he's been there. Derek Moore, I was at that Oklahoma game. Their tackles came into the season were questionable. They probably go first round just off that Michigan tape alone. So we always have coaches on the hot seat, but now it's time to start putting players on the hot seat. We put the last 4 or 5 years, Michigan has constantly put defensive edge rushers in the league. And so to have a season where it's looking like we're not even going to have one, at least Josiah Stewart was a threat last year. He was a threat. Right now, I don't see Derek Moore or TJ Guy being a threat. So those players are definitely going to be on the hot seat. This is a team in Central Michigan where you can get 2 or 3 sacks and turn your whole career around. But if you don't, we're going to be talking about, is it time to get a freshman and Dominique Nichols more reps? Shamaj Morgan, you're definitely on the motherfucking hot seat, bro. After you missed that motherfucking block, that Oklahoma game that got Justice Hayes lit up, you on the hot seat, my guy. For real. You're on the hot seat. I believe that Bryce Underwood probably got more connections with some of these freshmen to the point if Samaj Morgan, you had a couple fumbles on punt return, you had the missed block on the Justice Hayes hit, and then you had the drop on the third down. Like, bro, this is your third year. Once again, you're on the hot seat, my guy. So those the players, man. We're gonna be watching this game to see if they're gonna dominate or not. Shamaj Morgan, we gotta see it, bro. You got the number 0 jersey on. You had the breakout year as a freshman, but shit, ever since your freshman year, I don't think you had a game yet where we saw anything like you, Fred Moore. It's just not working out, bro. Not fucks with Shamaj Morgan. I think the dude is talented, but I just feel that he's not fitting the Michigan criteria right now. And the reason I'm putting the spotlight on Shamaj Morgan that he's not fitting the Michigan criteria right now because I have 12 million reasons why. And that brings us back to our good old friend Bryce Underwood. You had the game where it's like we have a true freshman quarterback moment against Oklahoma. You was allowed that game. No disrespect to you. You was allowed that game. But we got 12 million reasons why it's time for you to step it the fuck up. 12, you got NFL contracts right now. We need 350 plus this game. I don't want to hear shit about Tim Lindsey. I want to see you airing this motherfucker out. I want to see you airing this motherfucker out. I don't want to see no East and West bullshit because the last thing we need right now is you throwing a pick six trying to throw some bubble screen bullshit. We got 12 million reasons why you're no longer a true freshman quarterback. You are a motherfucking quarterback. For real. Because Samaj Morgan on the hot seat, you far from being on the hot seat, but it was some plays that, hey man, them throws we need you to make. We can have patience with fucking what's my guy name? The backup quarterback. But 12 million reasons why are we not going to have patience with your ass. We don't need no Joe Milton type situation. We need you to be Bryce Underwood, the greatest quarterback to ever come to Michigan. In this type of game, we need 350 passing yards. I settle for an interception. Throw that bitch. 350 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Let's go, man. And so now that we're talking about Bryce Underwood, the receivers must dominate. The receivers must dominate. Donovan McCauley is like he's showing that he got the potential. He got the potential. Use this dude. Throw him the motherfucking ball. Bryce Underwood. Throw this dude the motherfucking ball, man. If it's not Marlon Klein, throw this dude the motherfucking ball. We don't got time to see if you can read defenses, how you handle shit in the pocket. Throw Donovan McCauley the motherfucking ball. It's plain as fucking simple. That catch he made against Oklahoma, that was a big time catch. That was a ball, 50-50 ball. Just throw it to him. He would have made a play on that motherfucker. Let him make plays for you. So ain't too much to really get into, man. Central Michigan at home, noon game. We should dominate. We should dominate. Ain't no if and what's about it. Every player I just fucking named, you need to step up. Derek Moore, we need you to fucking step up, man. You the guy I'm going to be looking at most this game. You and TJ Guy. Rashad Benny. I'm like Derek Moore, Rashad Benny. Fucking, he used to be Trap Money Benny. But these numbers are just not adding up. Especially when you win against two teams where their quarterback like to run the ball. So I believe that it's time, maybe the Nebraska game going to be the game that decides, okay, who are going to be the players we use going forward? Because eventually it's cool to have a deep rotation, but we're going to have to find those guys that's basically those dogs that we can just depend on. Outside of Barham, I'm not seeing anybody on this defense. The D line is the interior D line has been better, but it's not one person we see where it's like, man, outside of Rashad Barham, I don't see nobody that's that dog. And I thought Derek Moore was gonna be that guy. And it seems like, I don't want to say it, but a lot of praises came from a game that was the weather, at the Alabama game and the bowl game, where the weather was crazy and we capitalized on it. But we keep going back to that game saying where this D line got out after Alabama, and Alabama had all their fucking players. Alabama had like 3 fucking fumbles during the range. That shit, and we made the best of it. But I haven't saw much from Rashad Benny or Derek Moore at all. You know, so maybe it's just time to start playing the young guns. You know, the Cole Solomons, the Mason Curtis. Let's just go young. And another thing I want to touch on right quick, we're definitely struggling at corner right now. And there's talks that the true freshman is going to be out there. So this is the type of game, if you got a true freshman cornerback, this probably the type of game you want to put him out there. Shit, who is it? Was it Dawson? Well, this the type of game you want to put some freshmen in. Because I believe Zeke Berry's going to be out. We're going to be very thin. Earls, that's my guy. Shamari Earls. They say this dude is a fucking freak, man. 6'2", 205, blazing speed. Put him out there. Let's go young. Salute to all the old guys, man. Y'all was there for Michigan doing a rebuild, but it's a reason why some of y'all are still there. It's a reason. We have a lot of young dogs. I want to see a lot more of Nate Marshall this game. If Derek Moore is not going to set the tone early, if you don't want to get some of them sacks, let's see some of these young boys get them reps. Let's build their confidence up. Because TJ Guy, Derek Moore, these guys ain't getting it done. So keep an eye out for Shamani Earls, man. He's going to be the freshman cornerback that we probably going to be depending on a lot right now. Like I say, not sure the Zeke Berry situation. And just to be honest, I don't really think Hill is that number one corner. So maybe this the year we need a true freshman cornerback to really step up. Shamari Earls, man, 6'2", 205. And he got the number 2 jersey. I'm just saying. Look out for Buddy, man. I'm hoping this who I'm going to keep my eye on this game. This who I'm going to keep my – if he get a chance to start, this can be huge, man, because that young core is ready. That young core is ready. All we need is the offense to match their energy. Throw that motherfucking ball. Bryce Underwood, Chip Lindsey, throw that ball downfield. We can't protect $12 million. He's a baller. Let the dude play. He had his game. He had his true freshman moment. Now he's a quarterback now. He's no longer a true freshman quarterback. He is the guy, and he got all the talent in the world. We just got to let him go. So, like I say, man, Shamari Earls, expecting big things from him. We got some young Mason Curtis 6'5", 211. Shamari Earl 6'2". Edmund 6'1". We have some big. Jair Hill 6'2". So when it's all said and done, man, Michigan got to just dominate. This can't be no fucking game where it's like week 1, where it's a 10-point game going into the fourth quarter, and we like, well, at least we won the game. No, we have to dominate. Okay, if we don't dominate this game, it's going to get real motherfucking ugly heading into motherfucking Lincoln, Nebraska next week. So, Shamari Earls, man, expecting big things from the rookie. Got the number 2 jersey. That would be awesome if he just step in and just go ahead, get your feet wet right now. Get out there right now. Let's put some of these freshmen out there. If Derek Moore and TJ Guy don't got 2 sacks by halftime, we got to go with the young guys. I want to see more of Cole Solomon at linebacker. We got some ballers, man. Let's not let this go to waste thinking we're going to always have this opportunity to keep this much depth in the NIL era. There's a lot of depth on this team right now. Let's take advantage of that shit. Central Michigan at the big house. Let's dominate. Michigan 52-3. Go motherfucking blue.